Hi, I am Mansi and welcome to Stay Curious, a channel where we learn something new and try to understand the world a little better. What if I told you that one of the main reasons Delhi can still breathe at all isn't just traffic rules or weather changes, but a nearly 700 km of ancient hills called the Aravalli Range, and that losing them could directly affect the air you breathe here today. So before we start the video, let's understand what the Aravallis are. The Aravallis Range is one of the oldest mountain systems on earth, more ancient than the Himalayas themselves, stretching nearly 700 kilometers from Gujarat in the south up through Rajasthan, Haryana and reaching near Delhi in the north. These hills have existed for over a billion years. Also, several rivers like Rooni, Banas, Sakhi and Sabarmati starts from these hills. They may not be tall like snowy peaks, but they are massive in their environmental impact. Why does this old chain of hills matter? Let's break it down in simple terms. The Aravallis act like a shield between the dry desert to the west and the fertile plains to the east. They slow down the strong winds and dust storms before they reach places like Delhi. When it rains, the water doesn't just run off. The hills and their soil help soak rainwater deep into the ground, filling underground water sources that millions of people depend on for drinking and farming. The Aravalli supports plants, birds, mammals, and reptiles that make up our region's biodiversity. Also, the Aravalli Hills act as a shield against PM10 and PM2.5 particles. Both kind of particles can cause health problems, but PM2.5 is worse because it can get passed through the body's natural filters like the nose and throat and go deeper into the lung. Now you may think these hills are far from Delhi, so why should it matter? The truth is, the Aravallis are more connected to Delhi's air and water than most people realize. They recharge groundwater that eventually feeds parts of the water system used in Delhi and nearby cities. They help stabilize local climate patterns so temperature swings aren't as harsh. This means what happens to the Aravallis affects the air we breathe and the water we depend on. In November 2025, a new way of defining what counts as the Aravalli Hills was accepted by the Supreme Court. Under this new rule, only hills that rise 100 meters or more above the surrounding land will be officially recognized as the part of the range. But here's the issue. The Forest Survey of India found that about 90% of hills in the Aravalli Range are under this height, and they are still play very big ecological role. These smaller hills, often just 20 to 30 meter high, are still the first line of defense against dust and desert winds. They help trap coarse dust before it reaches the plains, and they are major zones for groundwater recharge, soil stability, and wildlife corridors. If these lower hills lose protection, activities like mining and construction could spread into them, and that could change how the dust moves, how the water soaks into the ground, and how the local environment works. Many experts say that this could expose Delhi NCR to more severe dust storm, disrupted groundwater recharge, faster desertification and worsening air quality, precisely at a time when the city already battles some of the worst air pollution in the world. So here's the circle we began with. The air you breathe in Delhi right now isn't just about local traffic or weather. It's connected to a 700 ancient system of hills that act as a natural shield, water source, and wind barrier and climate stabilizer. If we lose that shield, Delhi's environment loses a part of itself. And that is why Aravallis matters to you, your health, and your future.